Mongoose Jake here with my video to go over my opinions and review of a blaster that's been out and is already discontinued off the shelf. That is, of course, the Busby Air Warriors Brute. It was Busby's answer to the Nerf Rapid Strike, and it basically took their kind of previous style of almost cartoonish design elements and put it into what was actually a very usable automatic flywheel blaster with pretty good ergonomics. Had a good foregrip to grab onto, decently comfortable but somewhat small pistol grip, and a usable stock. All integrated into a full auto. You know, basically it's a two-stage trigger where pull the rev, continue to pull, and get a decent fire rate. And here's another key. This thing actually fires above Nerf Elite standards. That fire rate is decent, not exceptional, but also not sluggish either. It's a moderate fire rate. And with my testing, using various mixture of darts, this magazine here is full of everything from Nerf Elite to AccuStrikes to Busby long distance darts and Precise Pros and even X-Shot darts. And it fires every dart that I ever used, including waffle tips and AccuStrike copies, and all major brands with the new Adventure Force waffle tips, or even, like I said, the X-Shot darts, which are slightly shorter. It has no problem feeding every dart. It has extreme reliability. Very, very seldom do I ever hear of jamming problems with these, and in the hundreds of rounds that I've tested, both out of magazines and drums, which yes, it does accept both 25 and 35 round drums, so majorly nice cross compatibility. I've never had a single jam in this blaster. I got this one courtesy of Ryan Ingolstadt. He sent it to me. A link to his channel will be in the description below. He sent it to me in part of a trade, and he sent his portion way ahead of time. I'm still not done with the modding on the blasters for him, but he sent me a whole goodie box. So if you check my channel out, I do have a video showcasing where I got this, and this thing is fantastic. I'm more of a Springer guy myself. I have a few of the very common flywheelers. I have, you know, a couple Rapid Strikes and Strifes, Desolator, Modulus, ECS-10, and pretty much before this blaster, my favorite flywheel blaster was the Mastodon of all blasters. Love the big thing. It's fun, goofy, silly, and megas are fun. But this thing, now it might actually change my opinion a little bit. I'd like to get a couple more and keep a couple stock just for fun, you know, using around here, around the house with the family. But I would like to actually see how good this thing can be once modded. Because in stock form, I would take this over a Rapid Strike. Quite simple. If you're going to look stock versus stock, this thing is better than the Rapid Strike in about every single way, shape, and form. To me, it's more comfortable. That's definitely a personal preference. To me, I don't mind the looks. It's, you know, very toyish, which that's fine. I mean, this is a hobby where we're adults playing with toys and kids playing with toys. That's what they are. But this thing here, it works better. I have jams with my Rapid Strike from time to time, and especially if the darts are slightly worn. This thing, I've thrown brand new darts in it. I've thrown every type of dart that I've got, which I currently own every kind of dart made. It hasn't jammed on me. That's not something the Rapid Strike can say. I pretty much get a jam every few magazines with it. And this thing just outperforms it. Higher velocity, I'm averaging around between 75, I'm getting a little dyslexic there, between 75 to 77, depending on the darts that are going through. Because like I said, I've tested everything. But that's a good 5 feet per second to 7 feet per second higher than Rapid Strike, stock versus stock. And now these are available. You can find them in thrift stores, so you can get yourself a very cheap buy on a very good blaster. And in stock form, even without modding the pistol grip or anything, I find it to be very comfortable. And like I said, it's a little small on the pistol grip, but not cramped or uncomfortable. So this thing could fit everybody, I think. I think that the size of it could fit everyone down to 10 or 12 years old, all the way up to me as an adult. I actually could shoulder this very nicely. And I mean, it's very ergonomic to put the magazine in, take it out. So if I'm right-handed or left-handed, I actually like Busby's release. Being centered right there, all you have to do is extend your thumb, hit the button, slide the magazine out, or slide the magazine in. And like I said, it's very ergonomic either way. Now there are no attachment points. That really wasn't Busby's thing at the time when they were putting this out, because this was out a couple years ago. But overall, this blaster is just fantastic. And again, I'll do a little quick firing demonstration here. That's the rest of a 22 round mag. I fired a few shots previously, as you've seen, but that's a pretty good fire rate. And of course, if you were to throw in a 35 round drum, this would be a great, if you're playing Nerf as a team, this one would be a great support blaster. Just, you know, hang back just a little bit and you could keep people in cover, because like I said, the fire rate's not too fast. Something like a Hyperfire, which will spit out, you know, 5 or 6 darts a second, or modded rapid strikes will do that as well. Some people modify their rapid strikes to basically empty a 20 round mag, or in the case of my Worker 22, they can empty that within 2 seconds. There's a time and place for that, but something with a nice even fire rate as this, you could really keep people pinned down. Just pop off a few shots, and then let your teammates work around, pop off a few more shots, keep people's heads down. And I could see this being a really nice blaster for that. And that might actually get me to use flywheels a little more, because, as I said, I'm a Springer guy. I like Springers. I like tinkering with them. I like working on them more than the electronics. But I think I need to get my hands on a couple more of these, and I do want to kind of see what I can do with this, because if I do go attend some events in the coming year, because as you see, this video will be uploaded coming up on New Year's, I would love to take this, a slightly modified one. I'd love to take this and see what it could do, and I think that would be great. But the Busby Brute, I think that it's got slightly better performance than Nerf's flywheel blasters when you're comparing stock versus stock. It's available now, thrifted everywhere that you can find a thrift store, and it's comfy, ergonomic, works well, and I genuinely have not had a single jam, no matter if I'm using drums, mags, or whatever dart I find used or new, or whatever type it is. I wish Busby had never discontinued this. This thing should have stuck around, or they should bring it back out with their blue and white color scheme. That would be great, like you see on their Interceptor or the Jaguar I just reviewed. This thing needs to come back out. You need to bring it back out, Busby. This and In the Destiny. That's another blaster that you need to bring back. But if you can find one of these, don't pass it up, because fantastic blaster that might get me converted to using more flywheels. And I have to thank again Ryan Engelstad for sending this to me for me to use on my channel and do the video, and I really do appreciate that. So without him sending this, I wouldn't have been able to get to do the video. So thank you to him, and thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. This is a blaster that I wholeheartedly recommend if you can find one. But this is the Busby Brute with Mongoose Jake. Thanks for watching.